Our All right, so we got to talk about the portal today. And listen, we got to talk about some new offers, some new Oklahoma targets, and maybe question some position coaches and what they do in Oklahoma. Because, like you, as an Oklahoma fan, I question the existence of certain rooms on this team. So we're going to dive into it. We're going to talk about it today. Maybe you guys can talk me from jumping off a cliff here. So jump in the comments below, save me a little bit. But no, in reality, real talk. Join the discussion. Let me know what you guys think about the portal so far for Oklahoma. If you're new to the channel, wipe your feet, hit that like, hit the subscribe button. This channel is free and it costs you nothing to subscribe. So please help me out. Hit that subscribe button. You know what? If you don't like the content later down the road, you can always subscribe and it's free. Free, free, free. I say it again, free. All right, let's talk about this transfer portal stuff. Yeah, so we're going to start off with one position and one position in particular because I think it's the position that not only causes you heartache, but it's causing me a lot of heartache, and that is going to be the tight end position at Oklahoma. Can I get an amen in the chat to this specific line right here? What the hell does Joe John Finley do at the University of Oklahoma? And if Joe John Finley watches this, this is by no means, and I don't think Joe John Finley's watching my videos, but this isn't by no means me saying you're a bad dude. I just don't think you're very good at your job because I don't feel like tight ends are being developed very well at Oklahoma. And I don't feel like we're going out there and landing the tight end talent that we could land here. Oklahoma is a school that is, I mean, they've had really good tight end play. It's not like tight ends that have never came to Oklahoma to play here. So this idea that we can't even get tight ends out of the portal is absolutely insane to me. And then I know some people want to bring up Devon Mitchell. Well, didn't he get Devon Mitchell? Yes, but at the same time, Devon Mitchell was really good friends with Michael Hawkins. And regardless what the reports out there say, I don't think you can convince me that Devon Mitchell is on this team if Michael Hawkins ain't on this team, right? That's like, I think that's just hard to believe. It's hard to get over. So what the hell does Joe John Finley do all day? Does he coach? Does he recruit? Or does he sit and play Minecraft and have a virtual football world where he can recruit whatever tight end that he wants, right? No, but in a serious note, Oklahoma did offer a tight end today by the name of Will Huggins. Originally started his career at Kansas. He's from Lenexa, Kansas. And he originally, if you guys were not aware, Will Huggins actually looked like he transferred to Washington State. But now, of course, because of everything else that's going on with Washington State and the turnover of the coaches and the offensive coordinator, he now is entering the transfer portal once again. So for Will Huggins, he is a 6'7" tight end, 6'7". That's a big dude. That's a guy that Oklahoma could 100% use on this squad. So he picked up an offer from Oklahoma. This is a guy that I expect Oklahoma to pursue pretty heavily for. You've already got a guy like Caden Helms in this room. Obviously, I think a lot of people are still watching to see, does a McIntyre return? What does he look like for Oklahoma if he does? Obviously, Devon Mitchell's probably going to get some run in the bowl game as well. I think a lot of people expect him to be on the team. Can a Will Huggins come in here and kind of help provide, just an added boost to that room? So big news there. Will Huggins gets an offer from Oklahoma. You see another offer go out today as well to Cole Gonzalez, a 6 foot, 195-pound junior out of Western Carolina. Plays for the Catamounts this past season, 2,543 yards as the quarterback out there, 12 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. You imagine this is going to be kind of like a Casey Thompson piece, right? You're bringing an experienced guy in to help with the younger guys, teach them a little bit, give you just a little bit more depth, and a guy that can run scout team, give you a little bit of a senior presence. So Oklahoma offers Cole Gonzalez. Interesting thing there. And then also a name to watch that's in the transfer portal now by the name of Eric O'Neal, transferring from James Madison. He's a junior, so he'll have like 1 year of eligibility left. 6'3", 250 pounds. This past season, 23 solo tackles, 13 sacks, and 1 interception breakups. So a guy like Eric O'Neal in this defense with Miguel Chavis could absolutely be dangerous. And remember, James Madison for the past couple of years has been a problem in college football for some teams. So you look at what Eric O'Neal could potentially provide. He's going to be a big name in the portal. But like I said, just entered his name there, and it's a name that I expect Oklahoma fans to watch. It's one that I think Oklahoma could potentially try to target. He's racked up the numbers over the past couple of years in his time at James Madison. And with a guy like Miguel Chavis in this scheme, he would absolutely eat. Now, looking at how Oklahoma's going to finish the wide receiver position at Oklahoma, last night we talked about it a little bit, and I think the name to watch is still Jaron Bradley, the 6'5", 220-pound junior out of Boston College, originally started his career at Texas Tech, only 6 receptions for 94 yards and 2 touchdowns last season, but in his couple seasons at Texas Tech, a little over 1,400 yards, 10 total touchdowns out there, an absolutely dynamic wide receiver. Got the height, got the size, right? That's what you're looking for, especially with some of the speed that you have in this room. The question is, right, does Oklahoma take 1 or 2 more wide receivers? I think that's kind of the biggest question. But Jaron Bradley, I think this is probably the name that you're kind of hearing. That's what the intel that from I've asked around have kind of gotten. It's going to be Jaron Bradley. But I'm also watching a guy by the name of Keon Brown. Now, if this name sounds familiar to you, it's because it probably is. If you guys remember, Keon Brown was supposed to be a part of that class for Oklahoma in the 23 cycle, but he ended up having to go the JUCO route. And he's been a big-time wide receiver, and 6'3", 200 pounds. I expect Oklahoma to try to get re-involved here, and I definitely think Keon Brown's a guy that Emmett Jones originally wanted to get here. I think he could be on this squad. So keep an eye out for Keon Brown. If Oklahoma didn't decide to want to go the Jaron Bradley route, they could go the Keon Brown route as well. And again, he's got size, he's got speed, so I think he checks a lot of those boxes that you're looking for. But outside of that, I really don't know if you're going to see a ton more movement. Obviously, we're still waiting on Ethan O'Connor to make a decision. You know, if Oklahoma doesn't land him, do they go after a guy like Takario Davis? Do they try to pick up somebody else on the offensive line since you lost Eugene Brooks, who's on the interior? Do they try to add a little bit more depth there? Right now, it doesn't appear so, but maybe down the road they decide they need to. And then you look at defensive line, right? You know, I think a lot of this is going to hinge down on what comes with Dominic Williams' decision. Does he decide to return for another year, or does he decide to test the waters in the NFL draft? And if that goes to the NFL draft, Oklahoma's going to have to probably go get 2 more dudes out of the portal. And they're already looking at the guy from Wisconsin, so they'll probably go out there and try to get 1 more younger dude with multiple years of eligibility, somebody that can be an impact. So jump in the comments below, join the discussion. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are. And if you are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe button. We are talking college football recruiting and transfer portal content all offseason.